to see if it was true, and it was true. And then I watched for hours.
What did
he made me a moderator, and now we're talking about him coming and doing some casting. He's going to like sit in as a proxy for you when you're in the Netherlands.
Cool.
Me and Desi.
Congratulations. I hope he learns you how to defend a 7-gate.
I could use some help there.
I've seen you play. You can use a lot of help, not just against 7-gate. All right, guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm just teasing you. You're playing good lately. I'm proud of you.
One day I'm just gonna punch you in the face, just
I
in the middle of the cast. You're gonna hear Kevin like, and then you're just gonna hear, and the camera's gonna come up, and he's gonna be like holding his face.
Yes.
It's gonna be awesome.
That might happen, Ben, but for now the score is 1-1 between Bischu and Glon. As Bischu is, of course, our Swedish Protoss on the left bottom side of Cloud Kingdom, while Glon is our North American Zerg on the right top side of this map. Bischu once more, Ben, building the gateway in his main base, so we might see something unorthodox or out of the ordinary as well.
I will say this about Bischu. In every game I've seen him play against Zerg, he has successfully managed to keep the worker counts very even through like the 10-minute mark. So there could certainly be some validity to this playstyle. He is, after all, our finalist. And, you know, let's talk about some of the guys that he beat on his path to this final. Taking out Ziktomini, we saw that. Taking out White, the Ukrainian, beat Quantic Illusion, and also beat...
Wow, he beat Illusion?
Also beat Sleep, the ZVP specialist that we talked so much about.
That's a really an impressive list.
It's a very impressive list. Of course, Minigun was the guy he beat earlier today.
Oh, and those series were so close. Minigun had it, Ben. I think I actually kind of felt for Minigun after those games, because those are just one of those games where you know you have it and somehow you gave it away. And you can watch the replay over and over again, and you just ask yourself, how on earth did I manage to give this away?
One of those moments that haunts you a little bit.
Yes, I have them every second ladder game.
I have them every ladder game, so there you go.
Yeah, happens to the best of us. Hey, but we never give up, man. That's all that matters.
I had one of those moments today where I had
we should both play in the second NASL Season 4 qualifier. What do you think?
I'm down, bro.
Like, I think it would be so cool.
Had one of those moments today. I had a Terran player crushed, and I was like, yeah, this guy's a noob. And he walks into my natural with like 18 Blue Flame Hellions. Kills every drone I have. Kills my queen, runs up into main, kills every drone there too.
I died through mech a few times lately as well. I must say, like, you know, mech's not that good. This is a pretty quick 3-hatch, by the way, from Glon, as he's dropping it at 4 minutes and 30 seconds. That's a lot quicker than we see it, than we saw him doing it on Daybreak, despite sort of scouting the same opening. And now I kind of have the feeling that Bischu might do something like we saw Zoka do once against Dongregu, exactly on Cloud King. I'm not sure if you remember that, but he also went Nexus gate first, then Nexus, and he got it with a super quick 6-gate, almost from only either 1 or 2 assimilators. I kind of forgot it, but it was in Cloud Kingdom, and it hit really quick.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me much if we saw that, Kev. He is getting +1. He is researching that warp gate tech. And
wow. Despite 3 hatches for Glon, by the way, Ben, he's dropping both extractors very quick.
Yeah, you're right. That is incredibly early gas. Well, I shouldn't say incredibly early, but it is about 30 seconds faster than we're used to seeing it.
Yeah.
And that could just be adaptation to Bischu's playstyle, as Bischu does start throwing down gateways, like you talked about.
2 so far. So maybe just 4 gate with +1?
Looks like that's what it's going to be.
I mean, never change the winning team. He might try to do the exact same thing as he did on Entombed.
Again, it will be very fast 4 gate.
Yeah. Yeah, it will be a lot quicker, or at least a little bit quicker than it normally is. But I think that Glon is really quite well aware of what's going on. He, of course, has the Overlord in an excellent position. Oh. And this Overlord, man, on Cloud Kingdom, it's one of the best spots for an Overlord there is.
Look at the Lings. Look at the Lings. They are map-hap Zerglings, Kevin. Spot the pylon, and this is the biggest key. Oh, he didn't see the probe, though. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wow, that would really suck.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding me right now.
Oh, you're sending the Zerglings back? Well, it's so close. Glon is so extremely close.
This is not happening right now. No.
Oh, God.
No, Bischu.
Now he's probably still just going to make drones. He doesn't scout anything, man.
Make any sense.
Oh, no, he is making roaches. He's still making roaches. 7 roaches are on their way, and that's exactly what he needs.
But +1 is done. Right now he only has Lings, so he's going to lose... okay, so he did spot one of those pylons.
God, the fact that he just made 12 roaches now even. Wow, that's 13.
Excellent game sense.
That's a little much, though. 14 roaches, man.
It's a ton. But he could also counter.
He has 35 drones. I think he has to counter. He's probably still going to end up losing this hatchery because these Pioneers, they were so extremely close, so this hatch will fall. And Glon is going to have to counter real hard.
I think Bischu's onto something with this playstyle. I mean, we talk about the gateway expands from time to time, Kevin, and we always say it opens up new timings. And I always come back to why don't players do this? Why isn't this standard? Why isn't this standard?
Because Zerg can just react to it like they did in the old school days, and Protoss will still be behind. But I feel that a lot of Zergers just go autopilot.
He just forgot how to react to it. Bischu's in great shape now. He's got sentries out. I mean, he's really trying to bait these roaches up the ramp. Oh, I like what Glon's doing. He's going to send the lings around the back.
Bischu has to definitely be careful. It's 40-60 against 42 works right now, so if he doesn't lose too many units, I think Bischu is going to be in good shape, but these are a lot of roaches, man.
Glon is droning again, Kev, so I mean, he's not...
he's droning so hard.
Can't stop. All right, so it doesn't look like Glon's going to be successful with a heads-on attack, Kev. So I would like... Oh, he's making more roaches. I don't feel real good about this.
Certainly not after scouting what he saw. Why not make more roaches? Observer pops out, so finally Bischu will be able to take out this Overlord. This Overlord, which is just the best Overlord in history, always spots the Forge and the cybernetics score. Gives Zerg so much intelligence.
I'm starting to feel bad, Kevin.
Why do you feel bad?
Because I was really critical of Bischu's play in his game against Ziktomini. And
you call him a one-dimensional player.
He has lived up to that. But he's a very good one-dimensional player. He's going to be aggressive. He's going to make things happen. And he's been successful.
I actually think he's switching it up quite a bit, man. I wouldn't say this is that one-dimensional.
It's aggression every single game. It doesn't have to be...
Yeah, but what's wrong? Like, you're either aggressive or you're passive.
There's nothing... I'm not... what I'm trying to say is that I was wrongly critical.
Okay.
And he's... You know, he's impressing me. I'm legitimately impressed with what we've seen in Bischu here.
He's being very active with his observer as well. Wants to make sure that he knows everything about what is going on right now. As we see both evolution terminals. One evolution terminal is ready already. The second one is almost ready. And armor upgrade is the first upgrade for Glon. Invitation bit is going down now as well. Never really saturated this third base though, as he also lost it in the start. And after that just didn't make that many drones. That one circle of drones just, of roaches was just completely unnecessary, as he never did anything with them.
I'm trying to remember what old school ZDP was like when players always went this way.
Well, they didn't do the 4-gate +1 pressures. That's the start.
It's true. I mean, it's like it's not the exact same. And all I can really recall from back in those days was always losing to Protoss.
You?
Yeah, which is like just universally true throughout my life as a StarCraft player.
Well, we're on the same page here, man. Except I played Protoss and I've always lost to Zerg. That is what happens. I like this wall of a lot by Bischu. It's going to make his life a little bit easier.
I like it a lot too. I mean, this is one of the reasons I really despise this map in this matchup, because it's so hard to do anything about a 3-base Protoss. And there's nothing Glon can do right now about this 3-base Protoss. Aggression is the wrong thing to do. I would like to see drones. He's got a lot of money for drones. Make drones. Make a big round of drones, tech up.
It's going to be a little bit late, man. He's still trying to get Broodless at the right moment. As we can see, the Colossus production is already rolling. Blink is more than halfway through. Now we see 6 Infestors. I think it's safe to say that Glon needs to get a good fight before Broodless are out. And that's going to be very hard. There's absolutely no doubt about that. But
maybe a counter-attacking style is his best bet at this point in the game. Get vision of the map, put Overlords in good places, control the choke points, and when you see your opponent leave, just crush a base. And then maybe that can give him the time that he needs to establish that late game tech.
Macro head's going up for Glon after having some additional minerals. I know that you're a big fan of this as a Zerg player, and I like it too as well. You can certainly, if you don't have one yet, there's absolutely no shame in dropping one. It's going to be up to 5 hatches then. It's going to allow him to produce a lot of units, but I still worry about this potential timing that Bischu could hit.
It's not. I wouldn't even call it a potential timing, Kevin. I would call it like you have timing windows. This is a timing
gateway.
Exactly. This is a timing cavern.
Let's talk about things that are really big.
This is a timing. Like Moving on.
I don't know, man. I thought we were going to be able to be funny about this, but
yeah, I know, but the jokes that were coming to mind were just so inappropriate.
Yeah. I had the exact same problem. I did not want to go there. As we see double robos, by the way, running right now for Bischu, and I like that, man. You know that I'm a big fan of double robo. 2 more gates going out. 3 more? Bischu. Man, he really liked wow. It's going to be 4 more gates. That's why he was so indecisive. Is this probe ever going to be able to get here? That's a big question, Ben. No. Oh, wow. Look at this probe. He's going to have to work real hard to drop this gate. And now it's going to be on double robo and so many gates. I can't even count how many gates Bischu has.
Glon is doing something that we discussed. He's setting up for the counterattack.
Yeah, but it's not big enough. Because Bischu already warped in additional cannons. And he's even leaving a couple of sentries behind. Now that's some high level
so well right now. And like we said, this is the timing ocean.
Mountain, Himalaya.
This is the timing Grand Canyon. Good fungals do go down, though, and roaches are going to get right on top of this army. That's about the best engagement Glon could have hoped for. But the problem, Kev, is this is Protoss army is
so much DPS. All the infestors did melt. Colossus are falling one by one. One Colossus does remain. There are a couple of Corruptors remaining. The Greatest Spire is almost ready. This counterattack
is brilliantly dealt with.
Yeah, wow. Bischu doing that so extremely well. Just knowing what his opponent would do. And he's dealing with that. He's getting observer speed as well. I love that. +3 is on the way. But he's not there yet, man. Even though, like, Greatest Spire is almost ready. The problem for Glon is that he's so broke.
I'm starting to feel like the writing's on the wall, Kevin. I don't think Glon has an answer for this playstyle of Bischu. He won the first game, but I feel like that was the most all-in build that Bischu's shown us yet. And these new builds, maybe I shouldn't say these new builds, but this aggressive gameplay into expansion, Ooh, it looks tough. It looks really tough.
It looks tough, but at the end of the day, it all came back to not spotting these 2 pylons. Yes, he did still make the roaches, but if he would have spotted the pylons instead, those pylons would have never gone up. Then those zealots would have come from much further away.
That's such a key point, and let's go all the way back to our very first question. Why isn't this playstyle standard? Because if you shut down the proxy pylons, it just doesn't happen.
It's you have a whole different game. Suddenly, Zerg is going to have much more larva, much more drones. Their economy is going to be a lot stronger, and Protoss is going to be stuck on their 2 bases until you slowly but steadily move out to 3 bases or an all-in. But it's all going to be so obvious. Zerg is going to be able to scout it so much. We'll see if Glon is going to be able to turn it around. Game number 4 is going to be played on our favorite map, which is of course Ohana. My hair is still red. The explanation will come real soon after this commercial break, or perhaps after 2 more games. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.